Lionel Messi in the rafters. He will not be available for today's game. Apparently, he will be playing with Inter Miami tomorrow here in the city versus the Atlanta United squad, and would go back to play in his home stadium the Puerto Rico game on Tuesday. Well, he is not available today. Also not available today, Franco Mastantuono, injured. Will not be playing today. Probably will not be playing on Tuesday. Real Madrid also with another big injury. Kylian Mbappe played way too many minutes for an Azerbaijan game. Came out injured at minute 80 something. Florent Thauvin taking his place in there. Florent Thauvin scoring the end result 3-0 goal for France. We're saying black armbands, and we'll see we have a minute of silence for player and manager Miguel Angel Russo. Unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago at age 69. His weight being held at La Bombonera. It was great to see fans from other teams. Some River Plate jerseys. Of course, as we have these jerseys, this being Miguel Angel Russo. And it's an unfortunate passing that's bringing the world of Argentine football together. No rivalries in this unfortunate moment. Coin toss between captains, Cáceres Jr. and Romero. So Argentina wins. So referee reminding them, number one, only captains can talk to her. Number two, the 8-second rule is in effect for goalkeepers. If they hold the ball for 8 seconds, the opposing team will get a corner kick. Rule has been implemented in most of the world starting this season, has been implemented by Conmebol in Libertadores and Sudamericana, not in the qualifying process, since the month of February when the road to Copa Libertadores started in South America. So if you followed us at Bein Sports, you know the rule well, as it's been implemented since the early part of this season, the early part of this calendar year's teams at half pitch for a moment of silence in memory of former player and manager Miguel Angel Russo. Te quiero, Miguel. Fuerza Russo. I love you, Miguel, from the stands. And that had to be from a Boca or Estudiantes fan. Oh, no one has an ill word to say about Miguel Angel Russo. And he will be sorely missed. What an unfortunate passing. A man who fought hard and strong against cancer since 2017. Unfortunately passing this weekend. Good to see not only Argentina, but the whole game honoring his memory this week. Everything ready for this, the first half of football. And away we go with the classic Albiceleste jersey, Argentina. Playing from right to left on your screen, Venezuela in their classic Vino Tinto Burgundy. Beautiful jersey, one of the most beautiful in the world if you ask me. Playing from left to right on your pitch. My name is Rodrigo Del Campo. Thank you for joining us here today. Thank you for joining us here today in this friendly between Argentina and Venezuela. Rodrigo Del Campo with you here on Bein Sports. The touch to the right, and there's going to be a throw-in for Venezuela. by Venezuela. Once again, the starting lineup for Venezuela with Contreras in goal, Aramburu, Ferraresi, Quintero, Milani, Acosta. Then in the middle, Cristian Cáceres Jr., the Toulouse player you're seeing every week here on Bein Sports. Tarasco Segovia, Andrade, Marquez, and Mendoza. The 4-3-3 of Venezuela. Argentina with a plan, the 4-3-1-2. We'll see if this actually executes as Contreras handles the ball with Dibu Martinez. In the back, Tagliafico, Senesi, Romero, Molina, Fernandez, Paredes, Luchelso, Paz, Martinez, and Alvarez. Obviously, we will have a hard look at Marco Senesi, Giovanni Luchelso, and Nico Paz as we see Scaloni. Very serious. He's a manager that doesn't want to take the foot off the pedal. He wants Argentina to keep going, to keep making team. He will insert some players as Senesi, as Luchelso, as Paz. One of the ones we want to watch the most, we see him fairly often on Bein Sports. Jose Lopez from Palmeiras also getting the call up for these two games. Of course, there are several players you see here every week. Nicolas Tagliafico, of course, the Olympic Lyonnais player. See him every week here on Bein Sports. The recovery by Venezuela down the middle. Looking forward to Marquez. The pressure by Acosta all the way back to Dibu Martinez. Senesi playing it in the middle. Go a little forward, looking for Luchelso. Pressure, at least in possession, by Acosta and Marquez. All the way up front. Opening to Tagliafico. Tagliafico tried for the through ball. And it's going to be corner kick. The first of the evening for Argentina. Last touch by Ferraresi, the Sao Paulo player. Covering, obviously, the tall players, especially Paz. A good header. Venezuela trying for their recovery, sliding tackle. It's going to be a throw in for Venezuela by Tarasco Segovia. Everyone knows the city very, very well. The Inter Miami player. Leaving the balls, we also see on screen Kevin Andrade, the Maccabi Tel Aviv player, young player, only 20 years of age. That is what we're seeing today in Venezuela, a lot of youth. And a lot of players that, of course, Osvaldo Vizcarrondo knows from his time managing the under-17 team in Venezuela. Trying for the cross. Let's go with throw Nico Paz. As we were saying, the Como player, young, 21 years of age. Now in his second season with Como for the former Real Madrid Castilla player. Played 35 games for Como last season. Has played 7 already. Half last season's tally of goals with 3 for Como versus 6 last season. For him, playing is only his 5th national team game. All of them have been in the Commonwealth World Cup qualifiers, not playing in this friendly match for Nico Paz. The throw-in by Argentina, reception and a turn by Lautaro Martinez to send it back, and now the exit. From the back, Venezuela looks organized to a 4-4 as the touch comes from Fernandez. Opening to the right, back to Fernandez. Easy peasy for Argentina, tries to go all the other way. Looking on the right, the first dangerous opportunity. But Argentina, Lautaro, hands on his head. And here's the touch to the opposite side, and it was a good service by Nico Tagliafico. Look at this beautiful header. Pop. And almost the one-timer for Martinez, had to let it bounce with Lautaro. For the first big opportunity for the Albiceleste. Another corner kick, second of the evening for Argentina. First post. Bounce in the back by Mendoza. Segovia trying to recover, trying to keep possession. Didn't go out. Send it all the way back to Divo Martinez. Tagliafico asking for calm. With him, Senesi. And they open through the middle. This is a 4-4-2 for Venezuela. Very on its spot, a little bit of pressure. Then from the back by Mendoza. Opening to the left. With Paredes. Tagliafico. Goes back once again with Senesi. But now in the center back playing for a spot in the World Cup. In the middle, Venezuela very close in this 4-4-2. Trying to keep no options. Tagliafico had to go back again. Interference intercepted by Telasco Segovia. Tries to keep possession and then in the back. Andrade with the save. Venezuela trying to build from the back. Tagliafico fighting for that one. Recovery by Christian Cáceres Jr. Opens to the left. And where we go, but look at how beautifully Argentina folds back. Gets their forward line in. And then allows the midfield to intercept and recover. Great job at the Argentina national team. Senesi at 28, getting the call up again. Good to see him. He's now playing his 4th season with Bournemouth. He was considered for the 2022 World Cup and 1 game only. For that, hadn't been called up since that cycle. He was playing for Feyenoord and was a key player for the Eredivisie team. Last season, Feyenoord 50 games as they had a big campaign in Europe. Tagliafico up front. That possession kept and then going back by Argentina. Telasco Segovia almost interference. Tagliafico once again opens and it's going to be offside by Argentina. Lo Celso saying nope. I would love to see the replay. He was offside by 1 step. The Real Betis Balompié player can say whatever he wants. That's the replay of the one big chance. The serve by Tagliafico, the shot by Lautaro Martinez, the Inter Milan player. And the save in the back by Jose Contreras. The Barcelona from Guayaquil goalie. Picking it up from the back is Argentina with Paredes. And they go all the way to the left. And Julian Alvarez. Julian goes back to Tagliafico. What a start of the season this has been for Julian Alvarez over Atleti. Difficult first couple of games, and then in form, he is one of the best players in the world right now. Tagliafico's there. Senesi opens. Tagliafico has Lo Celso. It's a little down. Went to the half-pitch line. They're trying to help them decide. Go to the other side. Paredes is coming back to help the back line. With a 3-player exit, they go back to Dibu. Emiliano opens once again to Senesi. Lo Celso. Back to Paredes. They were exiting with 2, with only Senesi and Romero. Now, they are using Paredes in the middle. 4-3 on Tagliafico. Into the middle! Looking for Julian. Oh, the touch just a little bit behind. Julian Alvarez, but what a great play started by Giovanni Lo Celso. A Real Betis Balompié player. Second stint in the Sevilla team. He was there in 2018, 2019. Remember, Lo Celso becoming an international player after he started in Rosario with Paris Saint-Germain. That is the team that signed him. Saw potential, took him to Europe. We're seeing Kevin Andrade, the Maccabi Tel Aviv player. Once again exceeding with 2. Now Paredes coming back to help to make a 3-line in the back. Into the middle, still Telasco Segovia. Tries to play forward with Andrade. Looks for an opportunity all the way to the side coverage. Getting there with Molina. Steal by Argentina. A little bit of a botched exit. Asenesi keeps it and opens. Tonico Tagliafico, the Lione player. 1-on-1 versus Andrade. Goes back to Senesi. Switches to Paredes and into the middle. Once again to Tagliafico. Slight pressure by Venezuela. They go all the way to the right, the sun side. Keeping the possession, options in the middle. The coulda, woulda, shoulda been the first of the evening with Giovanni Lo Celso. Once again, the replay. I think this would have been sent back. I do think this would have been sent back. What a mistake with Ferraresi, by the way. And the coverage. Lo Celso just, it's an uncomfortable ball for him to hit after the Enzo Fernandez serve. I think Fernandez was offside. I think he would have been sent back. But once again, knocking on the door for Argentina. Tagliafico once again. It's a lot of patience versus a Venezuela side that just not parking the bus, but being very locked back and looking for the breakaways. Nice sliding tackle. And the back by Glaker Mendoza. Playing in the Ukraine versus a Venezuela side that just not parking the bus, but being very locked. Tagliafico. It seems like almost every attack has gone through Tagliafico. And the back by Glaker Mendoza. Then it's going to have to play it all the way back. And going through the right. And swoops it forward. Once again to the left. Tagliafico's an option. Being kept by Senesi. Now Tagliafico. Try to put it. Calls for a handball. And the rebound that landed in Aramburu. Referee says no foul. And Venezuela trying to get out of danger. It's going to get throw in. Chelsea now getting up. Again with Tagliafico. Back to Senesi. Romero with the exit. On the side of Nico Paz, Fernandez, Julian. Paredes hanging back, and look at that 5-line. And now becomes a 4. Hand up. Just a little past the attempt for Lautaro Martinez. Looking for the header. Venezuela looking for the counter attack. That's not going to happen. It is 0-0 as minute 15 rolls by. We'll check the stats, but I will think about this. time of the game. Senesi and Tagliafico are the players with the most touches today. As they once again go to the Olympic Lyonnais left wing. Back to Senesi. Tried to anticipate something by Lo Celso. Get the play right end. Venezuela trying to fold. Look at the pressure by Tagliafico, trying to get to each and one of those. And it eventually works. It's going to be a throw-in for Argentina. Segovia apologizing to his team. Osvaldo Vizcarrondo, Scaloni. Vizcarrondo, of course, we remember him. Over 100 games with Caracas, over 100 games with Lyon. Played in France for a long time, played with Lyon, played with Troy, and started his way as a manager in France with Lyon. With the women's team, and then as an assistant, and then taking over. Over the under 17 team, the shot from the back, the save, to put it in the post. And Nico Paz letting it fly, looking for the first one. How is this still 0-0? This Argentinian team certainly not taking a holiday here in Miami. Being offensive, being aggressive, and looking for every opportunity. Paredes. With the penetration of the steal. Segovia underground. Lautaro all the way to the left. Can he make it happen? Puts it in the box, missing a couple of headers. And another opportunity from the back. Nico Paz had the first opportunity for the header, just a little short. And then the run for the back, can't beat the shot and can't put it in the back of the net. Ferraresi. Opposed to Segovia. Andrade. Back to Inter Miami player Telesco Segovia. And for the through, good pressure by Senesi. Looked like a handball, no whistle. Tagliafico with a mistake. Añor trying to pressure Tagliafico. But it's Argentina ball. Paredes keeping it calm. Create that link with the next line, so all the way to the right. Argentina haven't really explored attacking on this side. Alvarez there to help, but look at all the traffic that Venezuela builds. They have to go all the way to the side to Nico Tagliafico, who heads it back to Lo Celso. Can't keep the possession. In the back, and that is a push in the back and a foul by Telesco Segovia on Nico Paz. Yes, number 18. A minute there. Looked like it wasn't pass. Paredes just playing it easy. Argentina trying to make this a little bit of a bigger pitch to cover. To try and get a little bit of space on that park. Buzzed by Venezuela. It's going to be a low kick. Chelsea, a lot of touches, a lot of opportunities. Nico Paz too. Senesi too. So it's good to see these three players that we are monitoring today. A beautiful shot there. Nico Paz thought it was in. He thought it was in. And it's just a brief touch by Contreras to send it into the post. We were saying Nico Paz, the young Como player, only 21. He's been getting a lot of minutes in Italy. Played a full 90 versus Atalanta, 89 versus Cremonese, plays the 90 routinely. He had the call-up in September, played only 9 minutes versus Venezuela, played no minutes in the loss versus Ecuador. It was a game with no determining score for Argentina. Venezuela gets tangled in the back. It's going to be their ball. From Danny being called up in June. Bench versus Colombia. 57 minutes versus Chile. That's in June of this year. And in March, 14 minutes with Brazil. Bench with Uruguay. So he is a player that gets some play before that all the way to November. Both games spent on the bench versus Peru for Nico. So it's good to see him get minutes today. As we're saying in this last 4 or 5 call-ups, only getting one start, and it was 57 minutes for Paso. It's absolutely one of the pieces that Scaloni wants to see today. Venezuela will almost have 4-5 there, 4-5-1. I think they're going to go with him on the left. It's a break. Oh, I'll jump through the ball. People fighting all the way to the end. The ball gets to Romero, captain, Tottenham Hotspur's player. And the ball, possession out for Argentina. Looking in the middle for Alvarez. As the offside flag is raised. I don't know if it was offside. I thought that Chelsea was in, honestly. Well, that's obviously why you played through the whistle. Sometimes these plays, you put it in the back of the net, you get a review. Possession by Mendoza, the 1-on-1. Trying to get a shot off in the middle. Segovia, the shot from the back. Not close to the Divo Martinez goal by Captain Cristian Cáceres Jr., the Toulouse player. See him here every week. He is one of the players that are making the transition from the national team. They got booted out of the qualifiers in a very difficult fashion, one must say, and that is the issue with this Venezuela team. Scaloni dominated, didn't really pay attention to the Ecuador game. They lost that one 1-0. But for Venezuela, who at least needed a win on their last match day in the qualifiers to try and make it into the second opportunity in the repechage. Well, they lost to Colombia 6-3 at home. That was a difficult pill to swallow, and obviously marking the start of a reboot for the team. Throwing for Argentina as we go past a minute 24. We'll see how long both managers keep the teams intact. Paredes was asking for the ball. They're set to go to the other side. To Molina. Molina. With a good run and a good opportunity here. The Atletico Madrid player misses the ball. It's going to be a throw-in for Argentina. Nahuel Molina. Playing his 17th game with the Argentinian national team. Madrid player. Once again, have to go back looking for support with the center backs. The throw for Lautaro, no one there to follow through. Lautaro liked the pass. He thought someone else was going to follow through. No cigar for the wily veteran. That is first call to the Argentina national team in 2018. The World Cup winner, Lautaro Martinez, and of course finalist of the Champions League last season, and something you don't see often now in European football. Remember Lautaro, product of Racing, Club de Avellaneda, Racing, had a last great couple of seasons, winning the Sudamericana, and now in the semifinals of the Libertadores. Went to Inter in 2018, became a must-have player in the lineup, played 35 games the year he got there. And from there, has never played less than 44. He's an absolute warrior. Barely misses any games, played 49 games for Inter. Last season all the way to the Club World Cup. Played 57 in the 2022-2023 season for the veteran Lautaro Martinez. Long ball, under control by Contreras. So young Julian Alvarez. This is his second season with Atletico Madrid, and contrary to Lautaro, he's one who moved quickly, or was moved quickly. When he got to Europe, the River Plate product, played a couple of seasons in Manchester City, and both Atletico Madrid and Barcelona wanted to get his services. Eventually, Atleti won out. 54 games played for Atletico de Madrid for Julian Alvarez last season. The season before that, 23-24, 54 played. Man United, a player that misses very few games. For Man United that season, 36 Premier League games, every single one of them. 1 Community Shield, 6 FA Cups, 1 League Cup, 7 Champions League games, 1 Super Cup, 2 FIFA Club World Cup. Last season for Atletico, 37 in La Liga, 7 in Copa del Rey, 10 in the Champions League. For Julian Alvarez, a man that doesn't take a lot of rest. And I wonder if we're going to see him Tuesday. Another through, good opportunity for Argentina. Looked like a foul. Referee says nothing. Referee says nothing. Looked like a foul on Enzo Fernandez. I would love to see a replay. Referee, of course, has a better vantage point of view than all of us. Was there a foul on Enzo? Looked to me like a bit of a small touch by Captain Cristian Cáceres Jr. Referee allowed the game to continue. No free kicks on goal today. Good opportunity here for Venezuela. The one-on-one by Mendoza. Mendoza goes through the header and missed it on an open net. Oh, Marquez has to be sick with himself. Venezuela hasn't done much. Should have gotten the opening here. Mendoza held it for too long, but this was an open net. Divo had committed himself to the other side of the goal. Oh, and we sometimes call the coulda, shoulda, woulda scores, but this one, oh, must have been the first one. A game full of chances, yet The guest of honor has not arrived here. Touch from the back, good opportunity here. The 1-on-1, the shot, and in the back of the net. Argentina does not forgive. Venezuela misses, and on the other side, we're talking about 3 players that we're looking at in today's game. One of them already having a great game, and now getting the score. Giovanni Lo Celso puts it in the back of the net for Lo Celso. Only his 4th national team score. Hadn't scored since a friendly in 2024 with the Argentinian team. That is, he couldn't score in the qualifiers. Lo Celso with the cross, a little bit of help by Contreras. It's in the back of the net, nonetheless, with the Real Betis Balompié player. He knows he's playing for a spot in the starting 11. He knows there aren't many players, even though Scaloni probably has his mind made up with a lot of the players, as the assist, of course, Niema Lautaro has his mind made up with a lot of players, as Venezuela gets a 1-on-1. Oh, good close by Senesi, because it wasn't before. Go close in the back, get Marquez. Obviously, Scaloni has his mind made up with a lot of players that will go to the World Cup. But Lo Celso knows he needs to have good games from here on out, and he's having a great first half here today in Miami. Remember, Miami hosting both games. Puerto Rico, Miami no longer in Chicago. It'll be played at Inter Miami Stadium on Tuesday, and you will be able to see it, of course, here on beIN Sports. The touch again in the back line, the pushing and shoving and pulling, and finally getting the whistle, the foul by Cristian Cáceres on Enzo Fernandez. Still a lot of pushing, shoving, a little bit of a trip there. Could have called a couple there. The trip was very clear, but could have called a couple there. So Lo Celso's there. Goes to Julian Alvarez too. Obviously, position for a set play. With Julian and Giovanni are on the ball. The ball to where she called them. Someone on WhatsApp, by the way, just texted me asking what that black clock in the back is. That is a play clock. The Miami Dolphins. And Lo Celso tries to sneak it by. It was the first post. No damage, so still 1-0. For Argentina, and Contreras getting there in the end. It's going to be a corner kick for the Albiceleste. First post, Aramburu with the header and all the way back for Argentina. So both teams settle back. Regular formation, so moving all the way to the left. Looking there for Senesi. Headed out. And all the way back to Diego Martinez. Left in first half, that not only because it's a friendly, but not a lot of things happen, not a lot of stoppages, so we shouldn't have a lot of added time. In this first half, if you're just joining us, my name is Rodrigo Campo, yo me los Chelsea. With the first and only score of the game, the assist by one Mr. Lautaro Martinez. Chelsea pushes it back. Senesi. In the middle with Tagliafico now. Switching positions, Tagliafico here been very high up on the left, and now they're giving that road to Lautaro. Pushes back again into the box. Into the back, and Lautaro. Alabaggio just sends it all the way up. So Fernandez switching sides to the left. Lautaro now going all the way to the left. And now instead of seeing Paredes in the middle with Senesi and Romero as the three players in the back line as the exit goes, so you see the replay of the Lo Celso goal, that's the assist for Martinez, and then the shot by Lo Celso. Now we're seeing Tagliafico in the middle of Senesi and Romero. Helping now regaining his place as a left back. Asking for Handle Fernandez. Heartily complaining. Push in the back, and that's a clear foul by Julian Alvarez. Pure desperation on that push. Should have been a yellow on the foul Ferraresi, but no card. Alvarez with a trip and the recovery by Argentina. Tarasco Segovia not giving up. Trying to play through, so Argentina recovers. And we open to a left. Pressure. But no issues on possession kept by the Argentine side as we play minute 38. Paredes now on the left, asking for the ball. See Paredes in a couple of different positions. See Lo Celso stepping ahead and back. We saw Paredes in the middle. We see Paredes on the left. We see Paredes supporting Senesi and Romero as he is now. Boca Juniors captain. Playing several roles today as he's called upon.